It's time to wrap up the regular season. The SEC tourney starts in a couple days, but first, we've got
throw in the upper 60s. She's got a curve, a drop, a rise, and a change. And the key to her success.
Pruitt has done in this series 5 hits in the first 2 games, couple ribbies.
That was huge, especially with 2 strikes.
And I mean on Tuesday night. 1-2 the count to Johnson, and Johnson sends one to Lassiter for the first out, and that's how we start today's game. Defensively, 7. And make it 6 for 8.
She just pokes this ball out. I think
Here's Ashley Prangy out of New Palestine, Indiana.
She's had a lot of success out in the circle for Ole Miss.
And that one is chopped into left field. A base hit for Prangy. She's 4 for 6. Facing Bailey Dowling here, the junior, hitting right at 300. Runs. This one's chopped to Kamoku. She will flip to Ali, and they get the force on Prangy. And
we've come to expect from Montana Faust. She's such a fierce competitor. Does such a great job out in the circle.
Well, she'll get the pop-up to Ali, and Bama leaves 2 on base.
Hey, not as hard. She'll throw in the low 60s. She's got a drop, a change, a curve, and she needs.
Lassiter will lead off, and then Tate Whitley, who normally leads off, hits second, and there you see Paige Smith, and what she is the only Rebel to have multiple hits in this series. Ole Miss has had just 3.
Did that yesterday.
This one's rolled to the left side. You got to hurry with Lassiter gunning down the line, and it's safe. The out on Lassiter, which is big. Now here's Whitley. And a complete game 3-hitter yesterday. Whitley bounces it right back to Salter, who defends her position quite well. She's not even here today. With 2 outs and nobody on, he lines one, but right to Pruitt. And a 1, Giles and Hevelin. She has walked 18 times this year. She won't walk this time, but she sends one to deep right center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. And it's a stand-up double for Emma. 15 this series. 17 of 54. Bunt, perfectly done. Smith fires it to Kamoku. And a successful sacrifice. So a runner at third with only 1 out, and an RBI single to left by Kaylee Hevelin. And the Crimson Tide jump out to the
really good throws. Some questionable umpiring calls on those steals, but
again small ball, and again a successful sacrifice, this time by Kristen White.
Hits.
Well, this young lady sure had a key hit yesterday, that 3-run homer that broke the hearts on senior day here in Oxford. Riley, though, will take care of her this time, but Alabama takes the early lead. She's 0 for 5 in this series. And just trying to pad that resume. Right now they've got 5 top 25 wins. Stevenson smashes one to third. Rangy takes care of her for the first. Another one of the seniors that enjoyed senior day yesterday. There's a drive to deep left field, and it's gone. And Savannah Sykes has just tied this game at 1.
Well, that was a missile. Line drive shot, drives it. Like I said, line drive shot over the left field fence to tie this ball game.
Kind of a senior row right now. Whitley, Smith, Stevenson, Sykes, 5th year at Ole Miss and former scholar athlete. And she will reach base as her shortstop counterpart.
Ole Miss definitely putting the bat on the ball today.
Balls this year. This one's skied into short center field. And that's White taking care of her for the second out. And there's a drive to deep center field. How about that catch? As Kristen.
Nobody else to lose, so it'll move you up. You always want to try and.
Riley here in the Top of the third, gives up a base hit to Pruitt, but how about the throw? Gunning down at the complex. Thought that she had her 7th home run of the year, but she singled her first time up. This one sent right to Furbush, and there's 2 outs. Here's next week. He bounced into a fielder's choice. Her first. If Ole Miss can win today, they should be able to stay out of that 12-13 game. And there's a sky to left, and Whitley.
It's going to happen like we did last year. It really is going to happen.
There's a base knock up the middle by McKay, her first at-bat of the weekend.
Love postseason.
So, normally that belongs to Tate Whitley. To second to Force, and the relay not in time to get Lassiter, but
Cahalan to get the lead run.
Force. And here's Tate Whitley trying to butt her way on. It's a beauty, but a nice play defensively by Broadfoot. For Paige Smith. And she pops one up. And taking care of it is Cahalan. And the Rebel.
The indoor facility.
Hitting .413 when she leads off an inning. And she sends one to deep left. Whitley can't quite catch up to it. And it's going to be a leadoff double by Kenley. Broadfoot now 4 for 7 in the series. And there's, oh, what a play by Kamoku. How about that stab to take a base hit away? But Kamoku in front of a lot of family.
Them a little bit before the game. Yep.
That one off the glove of Sykes. Allie picks it up, but no chance to get Giles at first.
Scenario similar to this year. Looking for her too.
That Ribby was her 15th of the season. Nobody on. And Hevelin with a 3-2 count. Fly ball, deep left. Whitley giving chase. Will it stay in the park? No, it will not. Allie Hevelin. For Hevelin, that's the 6th time this year that she's dialed long distance.
Hadn't left early at first base, but just a great job by Haviland getting all of this ball. Scott
on Friday night, but she couldn't. One. Kristen White, this inning out here in the top of the 4th. And there is strike 3 called. We're halfway home, but Alabama.
What we've seen her do today.
Stevenson. And Emma Broadfoot takes care of her. Credit where credit's due. That's our director.
Sunday, Savannah Sykes. So, how's that?
Yeah, very nice. So is this base hit. Very nice by Sykes. David Dillard, by the way, gave me the heads up on that one. 2 outs away from winning the game. And there's Michaela coming through with a base hit. 2 on with only 1 out.
And some key situations for Ole Miss this season with some.
But she will get Furbush to fly out to left. Jenna Johnson makes the play. And they
Ball scoots away from catcher Marley Giles.
13 games before Montana Fouts. There's a swing and a miss. Oh, what a big strikeout for Salter, and the Rebels leave 2 in scoring position. But how about a perfect time to get your first strikeout of the game? Yep, they're fanning today. A little warmer day here at the ballpark, and there's a single to left by Johnson to lead off the 5th inning. They always do such a terrific job. Oh, that one got past McKay. And now Johnson is in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the 5th.
Definitely seeing the ball well this weekend.
How about 7 for 9? Off the glove of Cleathermos, and that will easily allow Johnson to score from second. And Pruitt now Buckeye to Crimson Tide. 1 for 2 today. Line stab by Sykes. The throw back to first is not in time. Yet another terrific first. That might have made it 5-1. There's a little flare into center field. A base hit by Dowling. Pruitt will stop at second. It's 2 runs. Of course, she's got some responsibility still on the base path.
She mixes her speeds well. Ole Miss.
If you're Ole Miss.
Oh, absolutely not, because Alabama doesn't take their foot. You saw the day before.
Cahalan lifts one to left. Whitley long run, and she makes the catch for the second out.
Ole Miss gets the lead on her yesterday, taking advantage of it.
There's a fly ball to center by Broadfoot. Lassiter makes the catch, and the Crimson Tide leave 2 on.
In the mid to upper 60s, she's got a rise, a curve, and a drop. And
7 pitches in that perfect game on Friday night. Then 97 yesterday against number 14 Alabama. And McKay lifts one to right. Pruitt went back a bit and then came on to make the play for the first out. She had a nice defensive play yesterday. I think would have been one of the MVPs for Ole Miss to wrap up the regular season inside conference play. That one back to Torrance. He takes care of Lassiter for the second out. Kate Whitley had a sacrifice bunt her last time up. She could have a chance at a sparkling career, and she's done just that. Nice bunt, but Alabama defends it nicely, and that takes care of Whitley and the Rebels. We've got 5 in the out so far in the first 5 innings.
Well, they're just being aggressive at the plate. First pitch swing.
Pops one up. Allie, no problem at short for the first out. She came in hitting .237. There's a strikeout for Furbush on Hevelin. An inning. There's a swing and a miss, and the first 1-2-3 inning for Ole Miss pitching. Rebels need some run. All 3 of those seniors.
Opportunity to play at Ole Miss. We'll see. It says stay tuned. See what that means.
A quick out for Torrance. I mean, what do the Rebels have to do? What's the remedy? That 4-1 lead, you gotta get 2 runners on base for the tying run to come to the plate. How about that play at short to get Stevenson? Kenley Cahalan today. She has half of the Rebels' 4 hits. There's a liner to left center field, and Savannah Sykes now 3 for 3. And that extends this bottom of the 6th.
At the Ole Miss softball complex.
There you go, and there's Michaela Alley, first pitch swinging, lines to the right fielder Pruitt. 6 in the books. Johnson sure loves to play, and she's been doing it at a high level. And Alley moving to her right with ease for the first out. Furbush has seen that earned run average now on the year lowered to, of course, SEC Now will get us all set at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, and a fly out. Savannah Sykes. Extra bases. And Alabama has its first base runner against Ansley Furbush here today, a 2-out walk, first perfect game this year. We saw her second on Friday night. Fly ball, left center field. Whitley cruises and takes.
That they can give back to the younger generation. They're sporting.
Torrance trying to finish the deal. There's a drive to deep center field, and it's gone. Absolutely unloads on that Torrance pitch. That was a rocket to center, and it's 4-2.
It sure was. And Kristen drives this ball out to dead center field.
Yeah, White almost got it. That's why I almost had to pause a little bit on the call. There's a fly to deep center field. This one's way out of here for Kamoku. She dials long distance, and it's now 4-3. The Rebels are back to within one thanks to back-to-back jacks.
Wow, this one. And her family, check them out. They are celebrating. And why not? That was a no-doubter.
Parents, grandparents, brothers are saved today, Missy.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been talking about her all weekend, and you expect to see her come in and shut it down, but
Now, she's going to keep it around the zone, that's for sure. She doesn't walk many. 4 pitches. McKay got jammed. And she is retired by Cahalan for the first out. Showing bunt, laid down a beauty, and there's no chance to get Jayla Lassiter. And here's Tate Whitley.
Now batting the left fielder, number 11.
And Whitley bounces one to Broadfoot. The throw to second is not in time. 9 home runs this year, driven in 37. And you can add to that total there. A base hit up the middle. Lassiter will score. And we're tied at 4 here in the bottom of the
middle. And as I said, a base hit is going to tie this ball game. Great job by Peyton.
into it.
Another base hit here. Could give Ole Miss the game.
And there it goes, and it's going to be a walk-off for Maya Stevenson on senior weekend. And the Rebels rally. Stevenson driving in Whitley for the game-winning run. So the first win against the rest of your weekend, folks.